We're on the record in case number 20-2921. Mr. Jarbo, you are appearing as the indigent defense counsel this morning.
I am.
Had an opportunity to review the allegations on the complaint,
Yes.
the nature of the offense, and the possible maximum penalty with Mr. Fix.
Yes, we reviewed the felony complaint and the 2 counts. He's aware of both charges and the maximum penalties. He would waive reading of the felony complaint and ask that a plea of not guilty be entered. He's also aware of his rights, but I advise him that the court will advise him of his rights in this matter. He will be requesting court-appointed counsel.
Thank you. Mr. Fix, I will remind you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you could not afford an attorney, the court would appoint one at public expense. You have the right to have the attorney present during all subsequent court proceedings as well. You have the right to a preliminary examination. In this case, the preliminary examination will be scheduled for October 28th. That would be at 1:30 in the afternoon with Judge Cooney. Also, on or before October 21st, we would have a probable cause conference. Regarding the petition for the court-appointed attorney, would you please raise your right hand? You swear that the information you're about to give me will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you, and you're welcome to lower your hand. Mr. Fix, what's your phone number? Fix, I will appoint an attorney for you. We have Mr. Townsend from the Attorney General's office, and Mr. Jarbo, your attorney. Mr. Townsend, do you have information regarding bond?
Yes, Your Honor. I would indicate, Your Honor, just like I did with regard to the 2 defendants that were arraigned yesterday, as well as the defendants that were arraigned in Jackson yesterday. I consider this defendant, as well as the others, extremely dangerous. And they belong to a group, a militia group, called the Wolverine Watchmen. All these individuals were committed to violence to target government officials, politicians. They were also involved in providing material support with a plan basically led by an individual by the name of Adam Fox to kidnap the governor of the state of Michigan and to try her, and I believe it was in the state of Wisconsin. This defendant also prepared in this plot. He assisted in surveilling the governor's vacation home, as well as providing information and details where that home was located. Your Honor, at this point, I would ask the court, as I did yesterday, to set no bond pursuant to MCR 6.106B, or in the alternative, if this court desires to set up a cash bond, I would ask for a minimum cash bond of $1 million.
Thank you, Mr. Jarbo.
Thank you. Mr. Fix is 38 years of age. He has very limited criminal history, I believe a drinking and driving offense in 2009. He's not on probation or parole and has no other pending matters before any court. He has been well employed for the past 7 years. Although he has no minor children of his own, he does have a fiance he lives with, and there are 3 minor children that he supports that live within his family unit. The charges that have been issued are, from my review of the probable cause statement, at least the facts alleged are quite general. There's no specific information as to each of the individual defendants. My suspicion is that some were more seriously involved than others, and it may very well be that Mr. Fix's alleged involvement in this series of events was fairly minimal. Having said that, I've explained to Mr. Fix that the charges are very serious. I've also explained to Mr. Fix that the Attorney General's office made the same bond request yesterday to the 3 individuals who were arraigned in the Antrim County District Court before the magistrate yesterday on the same identical charges. All 3 had bonds set. The request for no bond was not granted. The bonds were for 2 of the individuals, $250,000 cash. With the 3rd individual, who has a similar limited criminal history as does Mr. Fix, it was a 10% bond, $250,000, 10%. Now, all of them then came with conditions, including no contact and a GPS monitor if they were to be released. And so we would ask the court to consider it, if it is not going to grant a PR bond, which we would understand if it didn't, that the bonds be consistent with what the other defendants received for the same arraignment yesterday.
So Mr. Fix, your bond will be pardon me. Your bond will be $250,000 cash or surety. Conditions on the bond will be you'll have no contact in any manner whatsoever with Governor Whitmer, any person related to Governor Whitmer. You may not be in any general vicinity. In fact, you'll stay 500 yards or more away from her workplace, as well as any residence she may be in. Further, you'll have no contact in any manner whatsoever with any member of the group known currently as Wolverine Watchman or any other member of any terrorist, militia, or other similar group. You may not communicate through the internet with any known co-defendants. You'll have no contact in any manner with any co-defendant. In order to be released, you must be placed on a GPS tether, supervised by the Community Corrections Pretrial Services Program. You'll be placed under home arrest. The release for home arrest would be for verified medical appointments, verified work. You will be limited as far as your trucking employment goes to not leave the state of Michigan. You are not allowed to do that. And for court appearances and conference with your attorney. You may not use nor possess any weapons of any sort. You'll have no threatening, intimidating, harassing, or violent behavior towards any person. You'll be respectful of all court employees and care providers during the course of your case. Mr. Townsend, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Darbo?
No, thank you.
Fix, we'll get this information to the jail. You should be hearing from your court-appointed attorney by the middle of next week.
Okay. And is it possible that I could have a word with Mr. Garrow privately?
I think he asked if he and I could go into a breakout room, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.